Okay. So, Aziza, we're going to do spelling now. Okay.
Okay.
So can you please take out your notebook
Yes.
and this is the spelling list we give the parents. Just realized I pulled up the wrong one, but it's okay. Okay. So Aziza, you should have a book that looks a little bit like this. You won't have the numbers yet, but you should have lines. And right here on this top line, I'd like you to write the date, please. Do you know how to write the date? Or should I show you?
Can you show me, please?
I can. What is it already? How is that possible, folks? How is that possible? There you go. There's the date. Can you copy that, please?
Yes.
Okay.
Done.
Once you've copied the date, Aziza, what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to go to your margin, that red line that's on the left over here where I have numbers, okay?
Okay.
And I'd like you to write a number 1 in the margin.
Okay.
And skip a space and write number 2.
Mhm.
And then skip a space and write number 3. And I'd like you to go all the way down to 10.
Okay.
Okay. Then when you're done with 10, I want you to come up to the top of your page again, and right across from where you did the number 1, I want you to write 11.
Okay.
And right across from where you did number 2, I want you to write 12.
Mhm.
What do you think I want you to write across from number 3?
13.
You bet. And I'd like you to go all the way down like that to 20.
Okay. Okay, done.
Okay, terrific. So now what's going to happen is that I'm going to say a syllable and you're going to repeat it. And after you repeat it, you're going to write it. So I'm going to say the syllable and then what's going to happen?
I'm going to repeat it and then write it.
Absolutely. Are you ready?
Yes.
Number 1, ba.
Ba.
Number 2, ma.
Ma.
Number 3, va.
Ba.
Number 4, ap.
App.
Number 5, ca.
Ca.
Okay, so let's assume, folks, that we've dictated all 20 syllables, okay? So this is what happens next. Okay, Nora, have you got number 20 written? Great. So I'd like you to read me all the syllables you wrote, starting with number 1, please. Go ahead.
Sorry, is it me?
Sorry, I said Nora and I meant Aziza. I apologize.
Oh,
I do
okay.
apologize. Yeah.
Okay. Ba, ma, va, app, ca.
Terrific. So why do we have the student reread those? If in a spelling test, typically a teacher will read them and then reread them in case anybody missed anything. But if the teacher is rereading them after the initial work of writing down the word, the child has no further interest in this work. So if you reread it, they're not paying attention. If they reread it, they have to be paying attention, right? So you've got their attention. You're giving them another chance to read this. Now, let me ask you a few questions. What if, when she read them to me, Aziza had said for number 4, pa instead of app? So we don't want to make her wrong. What we want to do is give her another chance to be right. So I would say, You know what? For number 4, I said pa. No, I said app. I said app. Can you say app?
App.
And can you look down at number 4? Does it say app or do you need to change something?
It says app.
Okay, all righty. So then that tells me, if she had read pa, that she's perhaps having difficulty with the organization of the sounds, right? Is she reading them in the wrong order? All right. What if Aziza had written ka with a K instead of a C? Do we mark it wrong or do we mark it right?
I think it's right,
Yeah, why is it right?
because phonemically you can just say k and you write it.
That-
as a k.
Absolutely, absolutely. We haven't taught her that. We haven't taught her a rule about if it's an A following a K, you see, we haven't taught her. Okay. What if she wrote ba with a capital B? Is it wrong or is it right?
It's right anyhow.
Yeah, absolutely. And for the same reason. She's just representing sounds now in syllables. There's no meaning, right? And we haven't taught about capitalization. But what if this were lesson 2 or 3? We'd already taught the rule about writing names, and the word I dictated was ran. And she wrote it with a capital R. Is it wrong or is it right?
Wrong.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear.
Wrong.
It's wrong, absolutely. So the sounds are right, but you have to deduct some portion for the fact that she has used an uppercase when she should have used a lowercase, right? Okay, very good. So Aziza, thank you for doing that good spelling. Can you show me your work, please? And this is what you would do. You would have her hold it up to your screen,
Can you see
and
it?
then
It's
you
blue.
would
Yeah.
you would have a look. Aziza, I will bet, and this is a good lesson for all of us, you have your background blurred,
Yes.
don't you?
Yes.
You need to know that if your background is blurred, when you show your students something like that,
Right.
they won't be able to read it.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
so can you show me your spelling, please?
Okay. See. How
It's
to,
okay. It's okay. But just remember that, okay, teachers, just remember that. And so that's it. Now, for the syllables, that's pretty easy. I can see at a glance, are they right or wrong? And I also heard what she thinks she wrote, okay? When you're doing the words, however, you're going to do the same thing. You're going to dictate, she's going to repeat, then write. Okay? You're going to contextualize in a sentence as well. When it's all done, she's going to read what she wrote, but then what you're not marking it then. You are not marking it then. Then you're asking the parents to send you a picture of what's in the notebook so that you can look at what it says and see if there's anything that you need to address at the next meeting. Do you need to review or really quiz her and do some more direct teaching on capitalization, for instance, those kinds of things, okay? All right, I'm going to stop